Hey everyone, Cisco here. Starting Escape from Tarkov can be really overwhelming for new and returning players. So that's why I wanted to create a series dedicated to number 1, breaking down the basics, and 2, making the best use of your time in doing so. I'm calling this series Tarkov 101, and I can't wait to share all the videos with you. With that said, this is the first video in that series, and it covers all of the interface options and what they mean inside this game. I hope you enjoy. Love y'all.
This will be the very first screen you'll face. It's pretty self-explanatory, but choose your language and hit accept. The second screen is going to be your username. Just choose whatever you like and then hit next. The third screen is where you make your first big choice in Escape from Tarkov. You get to choose between a bear and a USEC. There are differences, but the biggest differences are the starting equipment, the increased and or decreased hostility from the faction groups in raid, voice lines, and clothing. From a storyline standpoint, just think of it as the USEC are the bad guys and the bears are the good guys. But to be honest, in the current state of the game, it doesn't really matter what you choose. After choosing your faction, you'll come to the customization screen where you'll choose your face and the voice line of your character. Play around with it till you find something of your liking. Again, not going to matter all that much, so just have some fun with it and hit accept when you've found the one that you like. After choosing next, this will accept everything, and you'll be tossed into the main menu. Escape from Tarkov is what you choose to get into a raid, whether it's your PMC or your scav. Character is just your character screen. Trading is your traders and quest givers. Hideout is how you get into your secret bunker. The bottom bar will follow you throughout the menu navigation, so you can use it to jump around between options a little bit quicker. Main menu will bring you back to this home screen. Hideout will take you directly to your hideout. The plus signs are how you add people to your team that are on your friends list. Click on the plus button, then right click on your friend's name and select invite. Character and traders take you to the same screen as we discussed before. Flea market will only show you what's available from the traders. For now, just don't think about the flea until you reach level 15. Handbook just shows you all of the items in game and gives you a description of each item. Messenger is where you get quest rewards and messages from traders and your friends. The last option is settings, which we'll cover later on in this video. Clicking on the character option will take you to the character screen where you'll have a ton of information at hand. To the far left will be your character gear, or PMC as you need to refer it as. In the middle is your rig, pockets, backpack, and pouch. To the far right is your stash. So we'll start left to right, starting with our PMC's gear. Our PMC is broken into earpiece, headwear, face cover, armband, body armor, eyewear, on sling, which is your primary weapon, holster, on back, which is your secondary weapon, and your sheath, or your melee weapon. The middle section is your tactical rig, 4 pocket slots, and 3 special slots. Your backpack, and your pouch. The pouch can be an alpha, beta, or a gamma, depending on the version of the game that you purchased. The right side is your stash. This is where you'll keep everything that you've borrowed from Tarkov. I say borrow because in Tarkov, nothing is owned, it's only borrowed. Stash size will look different depending on the version of the game that you have. If you don't have Edge of Darkness, you'll need to upgrade it in your hideout. On the left side of your stash, you'll see a few tabs that you can select. This is how you can locate certain items, as it will only show whatever you select it to highlight. From top to bottom, you have all, guns, mags, ammo, meds, food, melee, mods, grenades, barter, rig, goggles, container, armor. The 4 not highlighted are documents, keys, special slot items, and found in raid. At the bottom left-hand corner of your stash, you'll see 2 more tabs. The top tab is your sorting table, which can be used to help you make room in your stash. It's very handy when trying to shuffle around items, trying to make room. The bottom button is an auto sort feature. This will reorganize your stash, putting like items with like items.
Escape from Tarkov has added a new feature to 13.5, and that feature is all about loadouts for your PMC. If you go over to your body armor, you'll be able to click on the arrow and see all of the armors you have available that you can put on. You can do this for everything that you see here except your pockets and your special slots. By clicking on the 3 pages on the left-hand corner, you can see your custom loadouts and standard, Custom is going to be the loadouts that you've made. Standard is going to be pre-made loadouts that came from BSG. Once you find a standard loadout that you like, or if you want to use one of your custom loadouts, all you have to do is hit equip. If you're missing one of these pieces, so for example, I'm missing the ADAR and I'm missing the Triton rig, once I hit equip, it's going to show me all of the pieces that I need. From here, if you select buy parts, it'll take you to the flea market and show you what is available to you. If you're under level 15, you do not have access to buy from other players. But again, try not to worry about the flea market too much until you're level 15. So from here, by hitting escape, you can move back into your character menu. In the main top right-hand corner of your stash, you'll see 3 different currencies. From left to right, you have rubles, euros, and dollars. All currency can be found in Raid and be made by the use of selling items directly to the vendors or using the flea market at level 15. In the top left-hand corner, you'll see 6 tabs: Overall, Gear, Health, Skills, Map, and Tasks. If you want to see your stats, click on Overall, and it will show you a ton of different stats. Even so, in this menu, you can change your clothes if you've bought new ones from Ragband. We've spoken about gear earlier in this video, so skip on over to the tab Health. Simply put, you can see your overall health on your PMC. Before going into a raid, I recommend reviewing this tab to make sure you're healed up. In Tarkov's current state, a lot of the information at the bottom isn't really important. With that said, in short, the only items you really need to worry about is hydration, energy, and your overall health. The skills tab shows you how close you are to your next level, along with a ton of various skills in Escape from Tarkov. BSG tinkers with these each wipe, so it's always interesting to see which skills we can max out. If you want to see what improvement each skill provides, you can hover over the icons to the top right of each skill. The map tab will let you view any of the maps that you want. You can buy them from various traders, but honestly, it's generally viewed as not worth it. The maps that are provided in-game are pretty confusing. Just look online, as there are tons of other maps that are created by other players that are way easier to read and way more descriptive. The task tab is how you see all of your active tasks. These tasks are given by each of the traders in the trader menu. Even so, as you progress your level or you complete tasks, you'll unlock more and more tasks from vendors. You can see where each of these quests are mostly located. I say mostly because some quests will have multiple steps on multiple locations. This is one of the best ways to quickly level your PMC while also unlocking various weapons, ammo, and gear. By highlighting a task, you'll see the quest rewards. Quests normally will give you money, experience, trader rep, and etc., but some quests will actually unlock weapons, ammo, and gear. Trader rep is important because completing quests will give you higher trader rep, which is required to level up. We'll cover that a little bit more in depthly a little bit later on in this video. As you level, you'll unlock daily and weekly quests. They're usually doable and always worth it because you get quest rewards, trader rep, and experience. To the left of this tab, you'll see the quest items in inventory, and in parentheses it says in raid, and quest items, special stash, and in parentheses hideout. You'll eventually get quests that require you to go into a raid, retrieve an item, extract with that item, and then take it back into another map to finish the quest. Once you extract with that quest item, it will show up in the top portion or the in raid area. That means you extracted with that item and it's on your PMC. So if you go back into a raid and you die, you lose that item. What you can do instead is click on the item and transfer it to your hideout. This will allow you to go retrieve that item, have it on your PMC, and not have to immediately go complete that next quest step if you don't want to. So you can just transfer it straight to your hideout, and then if your PMC dies, it's still protected and you still have it. Just make sure when you're trying to complete that quest to transfer it back onto your PMC once you go back into a raid to complete it. For right now, accessing the traders is only available when you're out of raid and accessible via the main menu. Click on either the trading option, or if you're using the navigation bar at the bottom of the screen, you can click on traders. Either way, this is the screen you'll end up seeing. At the top of this screen, you'll see all the traders, which their purpose is to provide various items like weapon parts, ammo, armor, special slot items, etc. What you'll see is their name, trader rep, and time till they reset. If you highlight one of the traders, you'll see all the items that they have available for you. Leveling traders requires 3 things: PMC level, trader rep, and money spent. You can see all of that by selecting a trader and looking at the top right hand side. For me to progress Peacekeeper to level 4, I just need to be level 37, as I've already spent the required amount of money and I have enough trader rep. Money spent on the trader is fairly self-explanatory. Just either spend money with a trader or sell items directly to them. I've always found myself buying specific items from one trader, then selling it to another. This allows me to somewhat double dip in leveling both traders up. For example, I can buy the Tawz from Skier, then sell it straight to Peacekeeper. This increases the money spent with both Skier and with Peacekeeper. Trader rep is acquired by completing their specific tasks. With that said, really the only caveat to this is fence. Fence rep is incredibly important as it directly affects your player scav. The max rep that you can get with fence is 6. Having max scav rep with fence will make in-raid bosses friendly to you. You'll have a chance to spawn with much better items. You'll have more extracts available, and you can command AI scavs to follow you around. I do have a guide that I will link in this video or down below that dives deeper into this and how you can actually power level this pretty quickly. In short, as a player scav, do not shoot other scavs, bosses, etc. You'll lose rep. Having high rep with fence is very important. Just load in, get some loot, go to extract. Another feature is with Ragman, which gives you the option to select services. This will allow you to buy new clothes as you level up. It's not crazy important, but it's still pretty cool to unlock new attire. Your hideout is important, plain and simple. This is always a focus of mine every wipe. I make as much money as I can, then dump it straight into my hideout to level up as quickly as possible. Leveling up your hideout gives you access to make passive money, craft high-end ammo, gear, provisions, along with getting specific stat buffs, which is a massive help in raid. So to access your hideout, select the hideout option on either the main menu or the navigation bar. My hideout might look a little different than yours, but that's okay. As you play the game, you'll unlock the ability to build each station that you see. Once you reach level 15, you'll have access to the flea market, so you can just buy the items directly from the players and use them to level up your hideout. In the early game, it will be very expensive, so be smart about what you buy and use your player scav to help find some of those items. Another cool feature is the preset option on the bottom navigation bar beside the flea market. This will allow you to save your favorite gun builds so you can quickly build them. By right-clicking on a weapon, you can select Edit Preset, which will take you to the editing menu. Once you build a weapon, you can select Save As, enter a name, and select Save. Now to find the gun, just enter the build name, highlight the gun, and select Open. Now you can just select Find Parts and buy the parts that you need. It will only show what's available from the traders. So if you have access to the flea, but you're under level 42, just select traders only so you have access to player options. The messenger option is where you get all of your rewards, along with accessing your friends list. Earlier we spoke about how you can add friends to your squad in this menu. Adding friends is located in this option. Click on Messenger, select Friends in the top right hand corner of this menu, and enter the player's name. Right click on the player's name and select Send Friend Request. Settings can be tricky as a lot relies on the specific computer that you have. With that said, I'll flip through mine, so if you're interested in mimicking my settings, you can. Please note, what works for me might not work for you, so just play around with it till you reach a good FPS. Even so, all of my settings are posted in our community Discord, along with tons of other helpful guides. If there's something specific you'd like explained, let me know in the comments. I plan on creating an entire series of what I'm calling Tarkov 101, which will give access to learning all of the basics. Even so, I try to post helpful daily content on all of my social media platforms. So just make sure to follow me and join the Discord if you want access to all of that helpful information. All right, gang, I'll see you in raid. Love y'all.